Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our final roundtable wrap-up of the evening. This has been day 4 of Airgunexpo. Before we get started, definitely want to thank all of our sponsors. We have a bunch of them here at the table, and yet another one here on up here with us this evening. I want to thank Gateway to Airguns, Airguns of Arizona. We got Predator International. I keep wanting to say Predator Pellets because it's your website. So Predator Pellets, Predator International, Joe's house, Joe's basement, whatever it is. And we've also got ATNcorp with ATN Optics, who is the future of optics over there. Thank you, buddy. I talked to Steve about, hey, let's do something. I'll send you some scopes. Boy, did he send some scopes.
Yeah.
Like a mountain of them.
Some nice stuff.
We were using some of those, been using those this week. We really had some fun with those today. Steve, it is great to have you here with us.
Pleasure to be here with you guys. Thank you for having me on the Airgunexpo. Been seeing your content. It's been fantastic. You guys do an amazing job. Everybody on the panel. So glad to be part of the panel.
Great. That's awesome. And if we can keep this going, our hope is to do it at least yearly. We got some pretty cool upgrades in store. And I've got a little special thing we're going to be doing for your product specifically. I was hoping we were going to get in to do some coyote hunting, but it's just, we've been running too ragged. And Joe, who I thought would be perfect for it, has to drive an hour back and forth, hour one way back to the hotel. But Angie and I were talking, and I think what we're going to look to do is one of these weekend evenings, go set up at night and actually play with the scopes in the dark, which I think will be very cool. We'll see if we can get that done. That'll be fun.
Maybe a coyote will cross the range.
I think we might be able to figure something out.
A lucky wily coyote.
Yeah, an unlucky coyote, given what we've been playing with this week. So tell me, what has your industry been going through over the last little bit? I bet you, if it's anything like Hawke, who we talked to yesterday, you guys been a little busy?
Just a bit. Yeah. It's just, I don't say it's an understatement. Since last year when the pandemic hit, things just went gangbusters. People are starting buying everything under the sun, even like traditional night vision, which is pretty expensive to say the least. But yeah, we've been doing really well. Production capacity has increased significantly, and we've been really able to keep up with demand really well. You know, we have pretty much everything in stock right now. So
wow.
if you want an ATN product, now's the time to get it, because we do have them available.
That's fantastic. And it's funny you said that, because I was going to ask you how is your stock doing, because everyone else I talked to, their shelves are barren. So you must have some kind of secret.
We do have a ace up our sleeve, but in all honesty, we've been growing so quickly. We've been expanding our capacity. We've actually outgrown one of our facilities in Florida and bought a new facility, which is larger.
Wow. That
has, we have increased our production line, our inventory levels. So just all across the board, we've been increasing things, increasing staff, increasing customer service, increasing sales guys, and increasing our inventory levels. So yeah, we're in a great position. We've been doing really well, shipping tons of scopes every single month, and being able to keep up with demand, which has been really fantastic this last year and a half.
So if somebody wants to order some of your stuff, how do they go about doing that?
If they go to atncorp.com, you could order directly from us or through one of our partners. We keep all our distributors stocked really well. All the main ones: Davidson, Sports South, RSR, Ellipses, Xanders, you name it, Bill Hicks, Sportsman Supply, we're everywhere. So great. Yeah, other industry partners like Optics Planet has a great inventory of our products. Just you name it, we're everywhere.
So if somebody wants to familiarize themselves with your products, I assume there's YouTube videos and things like that. Oh
yeah, galore. We have a great YouTube channel. We have lots of how-to videos teaching customers how to use the products. We have a really great pro staff team, which Angie is part of, a great group of people. They show off the capabilities of the products, how to use the products in various conditions. We have pro staff all over the country, in the South, the Midwest, in the northern states. So every kind of environment, our pro staff guys take our products through its paces, be it wintertime, be it summertime, high humidity. So, we do really well, and we do our best to showcase the full potential of our products. I'm sure some of you have seen some of our videos and have had an opportunity this week to play with our products and see exactly what they could do. They have some really cool advanced capabilities like the Exit 4K paired with the Able. We have the binoculars that talks to the scopes for automatic POI adjustment. So there's a lot of cool stuff that's going on with ATN.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And the products you sent were really spectacular. I wasn't really familiar with it because I don't do a lot of hunting with big bore stuff where I'd want to shoot at night. So when I got here to Texas at Rick's place and he showed me your products and what they're capable of, I was pretty impressed.
You squirrel hunt, Travis?
I do, but you can't squirrel hunt at night.
Well, you don't need it. The 4K Pro, that's a day-night scope. I squirrel hunt it during the day with it.
Yeah.
Record my shots. They're awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the recording ability as a content creator. Let me put on that hat for just a minute. And we had a question earlier with somebody, how do I make things work and whatever. If you're going to be in the airgun industry as a content creator, the ability to show what you're seeing through an optic and then present that to your viewers is really cool. To do that with a traditional optic, I mean, I have tried and spent thousands of dollars to make that happen. And there is always something that makes it impractical. Either there's a software glitch that doesn't process the stuff properly, or the apparatus to connect whatever you're using, whether it's a phone or GoPro, whatever, connect it to your scope. I could put it on one gun, but I have 20 guns I got to put this thing on. How do I mean, I can't afford 20 of those units when they're $500-$600
and
each.
Also the resolution, because it goes, if you're using a traditional glass scope and you have like maybe a Tacticam or another attachment that's attached to the rear of your glass scope, because the light has to travel through so many lenses and prisms and glass, the image gets degraded significantly. That's why if you have a fully digital optic with integrated video recording capability, the sensor is really the driving force in the optic, and it gives you like in this product we have a 4K sensor, and so you're getting that 4K resolution on your recording capability inside the scope. So even using beyond the native optical magnification, when you're zooming in beyond whatever optical magnification the scope has, you're still retaining that high quality video content that you're creating.
And for me, and again, I've tried all of these different things. Some of you got to hold this way and look that way. And
right.
That is just a scope that happens to have a digital viewfinder. If you've got a mirrorless camera these days, it's got an EVF, electronic viewfinder, in it. That's what that is. It's got an EVF in it.
Right.
And that's what you're looking at. It's a high resolution EVF. And for me, as a content creator, I have not found a better product to just go doop, and I'm getting my footage.
You know what impressed me, and this is a problem I run into all the time, filming through my scope at home, which I do a lot of. When you add anything to the back of the scope, now you change the position. You have to hold the gun, and it puts you in an uncomfortable position because now you're 2 or 3 inches behind where your eye relief was. And the buttstock might not even be touching your shoulder because you have to hold it out away from you.
It's not comfortable.
It's not comfortable, and it's awkward. And then trying to make that work in the field in a hurry up situation, very awkward. But your product is normal scope length, and you can set it up like a normal scope, and your eye relief is perfect.
Yeah, the eye relief is just like a regular scope. It's a 90-meter eye relief, so it gives you that natural feel like a traditional scope, and
correct,
gives you that optimal positioning to make a hurry up shot or line up the shot and take your time and hit the target.
Yeah, and you have the magnifications of a regular scope too, so you're not losing anything in the process of using your product.
We've got a question that's come in from YouTube. What do we got, Sue?
Hajimoto would like to know, can Steve speak to the strides that they have made in the software to eliminate the pains of the past?
Yes, that's a very good question. We have had growing pains and adoption pains in the product, but As of recently, not very recently, but several months, when we've introduced our recent firmware 483, it has really eliminated a lot of the issues that customers have experienced in the past of software glitches or scope freezing or buttons not responding. That software has really mitigated those issues and has made the platform pretty much 99% stable. It's very seldom that those issues appear if you have that software installed in the scope nowadays.
Yeah, I can attest to that because I failed to update mine, and my thermal froze up on me. But I've updated it, and I've had absolutely no problems since then. So just got to update the firmware, and it's good to go.
And it's really a very simple process. We're not, it is a process, and you do have to follow instructions, but it's not hard to do it. So if you're an ATN owner and you have questions with this, you don't be afraid or intimidated of the process. Just follow the instructions. You can go through it. I actually had one gentleman that I met on Airgun Army, which is a sort of a little social media site that I own. He said, I just can't do it. Just send me your scope. And he did. And I flashed it for him and sent it back to him. It's
Rick,
really not a hard process.
We actually have a step-by-step instructional video.
Yeah, you do.
On the same page where you download the firmware to help customers do exactly that, walk them through a step-by-step process from A to Z to do exactly that.
Right.
Well,
and I think those are those relatively new. How long have you had those up on the website?
Probably several months now.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty new, because I remember going, and I had I just had a thing and you helped me with, and I was telling folks recently that listen to what they say. They actually know their product better than you do, because I couldn't get my compass at error. And it's something I hadn't really used this stuff, took it out of the box to use it. And it said that, and I'd seen a video that said, if it says this, it's broken. I'm thinking, it's broke. And you said, no, just do what I tell you. And I did eventually what you told me. And sure enough, it works fine. So dummy Rick, these are pretty robust devices, and they actually have a lot of help online to help people kind of get over that sort of,
learning curve, right? Yeah.
Technical aversion hurdle or whatever. They are worth the effort, and they are a lot of fun to shoot with. So anyway.
Nate, you guys also have a really great Facebook group, ATN Smart HD Owners, where you have pro staffers on there ready to answer questions. And there's a lot of people that go on there and get help. So
I think the group is about 30,000 members.
Wow.
And people are very eager and willing to help members with questions and concerns and how-tos. So we have our pro staff members are part of the group helping customers. We have some ATN customer service team members are also part of the group that help customers answer questions or help customers in case they do need assistance with customer care. So we are engaged with our customers and our audience. We have about 300,000 followers on our Facebook page, besides the support group also, where you could see great content, videos that's provided to us by our pro staff, or customers sharing with us their successes and great hunting experiences that we highlight on our page as well.
We have another question. We have another question. Go ahead, Sue.
I own several ATN products and love what they do for me, but having the best is always better. That said, does ATN offer a trade-up program?
Yes, we do. Unofficially, we do have a trade-up program. Actually, I might as well reveal it now. On May 18th, we will have an official ATN upgrade program available through a landing page on our website, where if customers have old legacy X-Sight 2 HD product, they could upgrade to an X-Sight 4K, either in the black or in the various camo patterns that we offer now. Or if they have an older legacy X-Sight 4K Pro product, they could also upgrade it to a new camo pattern X-Sight 4K as well. That's going to be available very shortly, probably in 5 days. So
my husband will love that. He's got the X-Sight too, and he's jealous that I have the
he
better
could use the program. We're going to be sending, giving people credit instantaneously. We're mirroring the cell phone industry upgrade programs, where you send in your old product, you get an instant credit on the website. We send you a box with a prepaid shipping label. You put your old scope in, send it back to us, and, after you already receive your brand new device that we send to you, after you fill out the form online. So we're going to make it very simple, no hassle, very easy process for customers that want to take advantage of the program.
Wow.
Wow, that's fantastic.
That's really, really awesome. I want to talk.
This is actually a reveal. This is not public.
Yeah, this
no,
is
no,
like
no
brand
press
new.
releases
This is
yet.
great, man.
So this is going to be a reveal for Airgunexpo here.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. I'm glad you're doing that. It sounds like, from what you're talking about in the various groups and the YouTube videos and tutorials and stuff, that over the last, say, year to 18 months, you guys have really put a lot of energy and effort into customer service.
Yes.
And really focusing on the support side of things. And to me, that's awesome because I was telling the folks, or telling these guys, I'm a tech guy. I mean, I'll go push buttons. I don't care. I mean, I'll just see what happens. If I brick it, I have to factory reset, start over. That doesn't intimidate me at all. But there are a lot of people that just find that intimidating, which kind of leads us to your new, and I'm going to get the letters wrong, LTV series, right, which then simplifies things even further. And we were shooting some of those today, and I was like, okay, there aren't nearly the menu choices here. This is actually far simpler. And you still have the record option we're using on the day-night scope. I'm like, okay, this actually works pretty slick. So that sounds like you guys are really making that significant investment in customer service and support. Am I missing it, or is that exactly the case?
That's exactly it. You hit it right, nail on the head. We listen to our customers. It's plain and simple. Bottom line, we had issues. Customers were having a hard time getting in touch with our customer service team because we were growing so fast and so much demand. We were experiencing so much growth and so much demand, and some of those things, growing pains. We were literally, in the last 2.5, 3 months, onboarded close to 15 additional customer service representatives on top of the group team members that we already had. I think we have probably over 20 customer service agents now in 2 locations, both in California and Florida. So they're in different time zones. We've extended our operating hours. If you take a look on our website, there's only like several hours out of the day where you can't reach somebody. And that's purely because of just nighttime. People need to sleep also, that we provide support. All the support is US based. All our customer service agents are people that live here in the United States, are American citizens. And, we don't have customer service support somewhere like abroad, like in India or Philippines. So everybody speaks English. Everybody understands the product. Everybody can offer support to our customers. And again, just like with the LTV, we listen to our customers. We have a broad cross-section of customers where some are very tech savvy. They're not afraid of technology. They have smartphones, computers. They know how to use technology. So they're not afraid of the learning curve that's offered by our flagships like the X-Sight 4K Pro or the Thor 4. So we listen to customers saying, you know what, your product's a little complicated for me. It's a little hard for me to understand some of the menus, some of the features, how to do some things. So that's why we created the X-Sight LTV and also the Thor LT with a more simpler menu where you mount, zero, and go out and shoot and hunt, to make it a better, easier experience for those individuals that just don't want to take the time, read the manual, learn the full capabilities of some of the other products. We have something else for them.
I think for Airgunners, that LTV, am I getting that right? Gosh, I need a card right here. Yeah. I think that that line is really ideal. I don't know the discounted price point, but I know it's a
actually
discount.
It's only about $100 difference between the X-Sight 4K and the LTV. So, we made it affordable. We have a great power management system in the LTV line also. It's not as great as the 4K, where it has about 18 hours of continuous use. The LTV has about 10 hours of continuous use on a single charge. And the menu is
still a long time, man.
You have great day-night capability. We have a brand new QHD Plus sensor in there that gives you nice, crisp, vivid images both day and night. We include rings and an IR illuminator in the box for you, so you're ready to go.
Yeah, I've been impressed at the value that ATN brings just in general. Even back in the day when we were looking at just the original X-Sight 2, when you think about what it would cost I mean, if you didn't know ATN existed, to put a decent day-night optic on your rifle, it wasn't $800. It was $1,800 or more. And you guys are providing a solution that not only provides people the ability with multiple reticles, multiple colors. You guys have a first focal plane reticle, which I'm a fan of. You have all of these options into the scope at a price point that's under $1,000. That's pretty cool. And you get to the other thing Angie and I were talking about in our studio segment, was that because of the profile settings, you can move it from gun to gun to gun to gun, which goes back to my point as being a content creator. I don't have to buy 20 things, 20 setups for 20 guns, because it's a pain. As long as I have the right rings, I can move it from gun to gun to gun, and I could pull up that profile and be relatively close, do my fine tuning and go out and start shooting. And then you have the one shot zero, which means you're not chasing pellets everywhere. It's actually, it is a very nice platform.
Thank you.
I have found it to be the
profile,
best way for me to get footage.
The profiles really is on the more advanced system, the 4K Pro. The LTV is a little more simpler. It only has the ability to hold one profile. So once you zero it to that platform, you know, you'd have to re-zero it. But with the one-shot zero and the low cost of pellets, you're paying pennies anyways. It's not that difficult to re-zero to another air gun if you choose to switch air guns. But if you do want that convenience of having various profiles that you could build on for various air guns you have with different velocities, different grain of pellets, you could set that up in a 4K and switch seamlessly in the system, and using like a quick detach mount and, you know, switch between your air rifles and retain your zero. Just pull up the profile for that particular air rifle and you're good to go.
So I have a question. I haven't really done a whole lot with the LTV yet, because first time I seen them was here. Now, sometimes I'll just take an SD card, create a profile, and I'll remove the SD card and then put another one in there for a completely different gun, or maybe a weight of pellet or something. Can you import the profile from that?
No, unfortunately, the LTV doesn't have that capability. The 4K does have that export-import of profiles capability built into the system. That's why it's a little more technologically advanced. It costs a little more. The LTV is really a very, very simple device where the SD card is really meant for capturing that content, either still images or video on the device with a micro SD card up to 64 gigabytes. But yeah, if you do want that convenience of the profiles and be able to switch them out, the X8 4K is really the way to go.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And the price point is less on the LTV, but it's not. If you want that, you're not having to pay twice as much.
No, it's only like $100 difference between
That's
the
cool.
two.
That's cool to know. Okay.
So I have another question. So you generally cater to firearms, and so when did you start hearing about air gunners wanting to use ATN?
Well, actually, I got connected with a really interesting content creator that promotes Ed Leshy, Edgun Leshy. I'm sure you've heard of that line of rifles, air rifles. They're really high end. He has a channel, big following, and he contacted me. I sent him an X8 4K, and just things kind of blew up. And he does, was it squirrel control in his backyard?
Yeah,
he's got some really, really crazy videos. He has some fun videos also. Tim is a fun guy, and so I started sending him some other products like the Thor 4 to kind of do some other content creation using thermal with air rifles, and we've started working with you guys, AirgunWeb, as of I think 2021, the last SHOT Show. We kind of started working with you guys, and you, Angie, as well. So we're kind of going into the air rifle environment, because we have been predominantly catering not only but to hunters and shooting sports enthusiasts with rimfire, centerfire rifles. But the good thing about our products is they can be used with things like crossbows and PCP air rifles and not be negatively affected by that reverse recoil that air guns have. You can't use them with spring action air rifles. It's a big no-no. It may damage the scope, but PCP or pneumatic air rifles, our products can be used with those products.
You know what else is cool? My husband and I would go hunting together, and I would just have my gun and he wouldn't bring his. How sweet. But he's always like, I can't see anything. This is kind of boring. So it's nice that you can stream what you're seeing in your scope to your phone so that your hunting buddy can see what you're seeing. I think that's an awesome feature.
Yeah, I think we were one of the first ones to implement that feature into our products, where you have Wi-Fi capability to be able to stream, do a live stream of what the scope sees to a mobile device like a smartphone or tablet. So it's actually a great, very convenient educational tool. So if you have somebody that's getting into shooting, new beginner shooter or hunter or youth hunter, or a youth shooter, if you have smaller kids and you want to teach them how to fire a air gun or a rifle. And
did we lose the stream, or did we lose Steve? Okay.
Guidance. Tell them how
there
to
you go.
Breathe.
We lost you. Steve, we lost you there for a second. Can you?
Sorry.
That's okay. You were talking about the
youth.
Awesomeness. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let me, I guess, reiterate. So yeah, with the Wi-Fi feature, if you have a new beginner shooter or hunter, and you want to coach them and teach them how to correctly, breathe, how to breathe, how to squeeze the trigger, and how to do shot placement on target. This capability is great because you could see exactly what they're seeing through the scope on a mobile device, either a smartphone or tablet, and coach them through the process and have them better shots and improve their capabilities. And now, while streaming, you could also record on the micro SD card at the same time. Like in the legacy products and like the X-Sight 2 HDs, you couldn't do that. You could stream the Wi-Fi view, but you couldn't record in the scope at the same time. Now you could do both, which is great because you could record while coaching them, then maybe go back home, review their shots with them on like a TV or a big screen, and tell them exactly, what they're doing wrong or what they're doing right, and provide that encouragement and coaching, and facilitate a better experience for that new shooter or hunter.
Gene Wisniewski with Goat Productions.
Mm-hmm.
He does a great job, takes his sons hunting, and
absolutely,
yeah, he does that all the time. He's a great example of that.
Well, do you have anything new? I mean, we've played with some products this week. Do you have anything you could tell us about that's new in the queue that's going to be like awesome that we can't live without?
Yes, but I'd have to kill you.
And I've heard that from Joe many times this week. No, we don't have a 35 cal Hades coming out. No, we don't have a 35 cal slug. No.
We have some very cool things in the pipeline. We're actually, it's on our website, so it's not really a big reveal. We're going to have a new version of the Otis LT. It's going to be a full featured thermal monocular. The Otis 4T will have the same capabilities as the X-Sight 4K or the Thor 4 with the Wi-Fi streaming, video recording, because the current Otis LT, there is no SD card slot, so you can't record on the device. Right. It's only a viewer, which is very useful, also a very ergonomic and economical thermal viewer for scouting or game retrieval. But the Otis 4T will be hitting the market in about 30 days or so. And then we have some other very cool products in the pipeline, end of summer, beginning of fall, which I think will excite a lot of people.
That's great.
Nice.
That's great.
What about the clip-on units?
Clip-on is a sore subject, and I'm glad you brought it up. We released a SHOT Show some time ago, and we were gearing up. We were, right about to release it beginning of this year. But after, getting some units to some of our internal testers, we found some issues. And truth be told, we made an executive decision to hold off to make sure the product is up to spec, up to par, especially since people are going to be spending so much money and have been waiting so long for the product anyways. We made the call to kind of hold back. We need about another couple of months, maybe 3 months, to optimize the design and software in the product, and then it'll be ready to hit the market. But
Cool.
until we are satisfied it's good to go, we're not going to be shipping it.
Okay, well, that makes sense. That's
Yeah.
smart
Sure
business.
does.
Definitely. Cool.
Any
Yeah,
other questions for
We
you
don't,
guys
we
here?
don't, we don't want to disappoint our customers.
No, heck no.
We-
It's
we-
better to
we
take the
vow-
time and get it right.
Absolutely.
You guys here at the table, I mean, we've got Steve here, ATN. You guys, some of you guys have really never looked through ATN or used it much in the past. Any questions for him that you got? And then I've got one other thing to say about ATN, and then we can probably wrap this up.
No, he answered all my questions
Mhm.
early on.
Larry, what about you? You all set?
Nope, just listening and learning.
Okay.
Exactly.
The other part I was going to talk about ATN is from a dealer's perspective. As a dealer for your products, I will say that ATN is very aggressive to take care of their dealers. And if you are a storefront or a mom and pop that has a brick and mortar that's looking to stock products like they have, do not hesitate at all to get on the phone and get signed up as a dealer, because they are a great bunch of folks to work with. And they, as I said, they protect your margins and they take care of the little guys as well as the big guys. They may have all these inventories at these big stores, but they will take care of the little guys too. So do not hesitate. They have a great product line. The stability of the products is great, especially since you've got the new firmware out. And since you've got inventory, it's nice to have stuff on the shelf to sell. So
Absolutely.
do not hesitate to reach out to ATN and talk to them about becoming a dealer, because it would be absolutely worth your while. I just wanted to throw that out. So
Thank you, Rick. I appreciate that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we support our big distributors to our very smaller dealers. We try to service and cater to all our customers from the retail side to the ones that resell our products, and we take very great pride in our product, and we typically without a doubt bend over backwards for our customers.
well, I can attest that that is absolutely true, because I'm happy to be one of your dealers. So I know that that is the case. If anybody out there is watching this now or later and would like to learn more about ATN and their optics, certainly go to their own website, which is atncorp.com. Do I have that right, Steve?
Absolutely. atncorp.com.
And if you're on the airgunexpo.com and go to their profile page, they've got a bunch of products there with cool videos and a bunch of stuff that we have there that you can just get in one little neat place. And at the bottom of that page is a form. You can fill that form out if you're a consumer looking to find out where to get it, if you're media looking for more information, or if you're a person that's wanting to be a dealer, you can select one of those options and it will go to the appropriate person at ATN, and then they can take it from there. So you can reach out to them right over the airgunexpo.com. So please make use of that.
On your website, it's under exhibitors, right?
Yes.
You find them under exhibitors.
If you click on their logo on the homepage, or you go to enter the expo at the top, and enter Airgun Expo 21, you can go to their virtual booth, as I coined it, and get that, all their information and actually communicate with them directly. Right. And that's the same for all of our sponsors, whether that's Airguns of Arizona, Predator, whoever you see their products at the expo this week, either now or over the next. The website's not going anywhere. Our content's not going anywhere. This stuff stays up. So you have questions, you see this a month, 6 months from now, you can still go get that information you need to get. So make use of that. And Steve will absolutely take care of you. So that's my last 2 cents. Anybody else?
I
That's
think
all I
I've
have.
learned everything I need to learn.
Steve, any questions for the motley crew you have up here?
No, I just appreciate everybody, and thank you so much for having me on your panel. And just a round of applause for everybody, over there in Texas.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
Thank you
Steve.
very much, Steve, and you too. And thank you so much for your support. Guys, we are going to wrap it up. It's been a long day. We got 1 day left. So catch us tomorrow. It's all day range day, and we're not done yet. We've got some cool guns you haven't seen yet. So stay with us, because we've got a bunch of vendors and a bunch of air guns that we have yet to shoot. So we are looking forward to you guys hanging out with us tomorrow. We will be saying bye to Joe. Bye, Joe.
All right.
It's very sad. Joe's leaving before we shoot all the cool stuff about 1:30 or 2 o'clock. He'll
And
be
right
gone.
before the raffle.
And right before the raffle for the free
And you have to be
SWA,
present
that
to
you must be
win.
present to win, et cetera, et cetera. But joining us, please join us tomorrow. And again, thank you to all our sponsors, Gateway to Airguns, Airguns of Arizona, ATN Optics, Predator Pellets, all of these guys. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow. And thanks for watching.
Good night, everyone.
Thank
Good night.
Night, Steve.
Good night.